India's GDP to rise by $406 billion by 2050 in net zero scenario. India needs $10.1 trillion in investments for net zero emissions by 2070. These headlines refer to just a few of the many studies that estimate the future emissions, energy use, and investment needs of a country. These studies are built using powerful analytical tools called energy emissions models or climate policy models, which can feed into the formulation of climate-relevant policies by helping us better understand the pathways that India can pursue to achieve its climate and development goals. However, the results of such models often differ and sometimes even conflict with each other. For example, one model projects that with a GDP growth rate of 5% and a set of net zero policies, India's emissions in 2050 will be 1.6 gigatons, while another says that with a growth rate of 5.2% and similar net zero policies, India's emissions in the same year will be 2.2 gigatons. The first model also assumes that hydrogen-based decarbonization technologies will be viable by then, while the second is far more cautious about that assumption. How can policymakers credibly reconcile such varied projections and assumptions to make the best decisions today? The Climate Futures Project applies a common framework to assess, compare, and interpret the results of climate policy modeling studies in India. Designed to identify the strengths and challenges of climate policy models, our framework unpacks each modeling study in 2 steps. First, it outlines the structure of the modeling study by assessing it against 5 key dimensions. In the second step, the framework provides a policy-relevant interpretation of the model, with a discussion of what the results imply for 6 national policy priorities. The Climate Futures Project Model Assessment Framework can be used by policymakers, journalists, the modeling community, and other interested citizens to make sense of climate policy models, identify how to use their results, and improve the application of models in climate policy planning. For more information, visit our website.